and we will go ahead and pray and get started. Okay. Dear Lord, thank you so, so much for these ladies who were able to make it this morning. I pray that you would just help us to have a very good meeting, help us to learn from this, and that we will be motivated and inspired to really share this opportunity with other women, that you would lead us to the right women who need Mary Kay. I pray that you would just help us all to encourage each other and inspire each other today. In your name I pray. Amen. Okay, Mom, it's all you.
Okay, I was going to unmute, but I never muted. So we're ready to go. Okay, yes. So I think, yes, all of these ladies have shared the opportunity before, but I know there'll be some watching. And I think at first we make it a big scary thing, and anything that's new takes a little bit of bravery till it gets easier. But I just want to encourage you to, what Nancy always said is, joining Mary Kay is not like having a baby or getting married. It's right now a $30 decision. Used to be a $100 decision, but it can be a $30 decision. And then that's going to give them all the training and the help that they need to have a great business. So don't be shy about sharing the opportunity. You don't know who is going to want to take this opportunity. Don't prejudge. That's our thing that we do in our head. We're like, well, they wouldn't want to do it because of this, or they wouldn't want to do it because of that. And honest answer, when Whitney shared with me, she really was nothing but shocked when I said I would think about it. Because I'm very busy, have a lot going on, and had never done anything very similar to this. I'd done one direct sales thing when she was a baby years and years before, but it had been a very, very long time. So don't prejudge. So what I want to encourage you to do is make a list of ladies that you would love to have on your team. Don't say, well, they're doing this or they're doing that. Just make the list. Hey, this would be a great person. This person I would love to have on my team. I would love to have this person on my team. Make yourself a list. Everything in Mary Kay, I feel like, starts with a list. So make yourself a list. And then you need to regularly schedule when you're going to share. Maybe I think a good way is to do a couple of shares every day where, and I'll tell you what share means. It's got a couple different ways that can be done, but try to have a schedule. I work a lot of hours, but Wednesday nights is our church night. So I know I'm not going to have anything else scheduled between school whenever I get home from there, which that's iffy as to the time that I can get out and get home. And then when I go back about 6:20, 6:30. So in that time, that was always my sharing time, because it was like, well, I'm not going to try to have a party right now, and I'm not going to be going to do something else. So that was my block of time. Wednesday was my sharing time. Now, it didn't mean I didn't do some follow-ups different days, or maybe something weird did happen that week and I might have to try to do it. But I made sure I did shares every week once I started to really wanting to build my team. And then the intensity of that has changed for me, just kind of giving personal illustrations. But when I was really working to get into Red Jacket and I just needed one more, or when I was working to get into DIQ, or when I was working below that team leader, and then definitely the whole month that I was going from DIQ to director. So the intensity of that is going to change. And in some of those times, I shared with everybody, anybody and everybody, because I just needed a certain number to get there. And it wasn't always necessarily like, oh yeah, this would definitely be a fantastic person for my team. You don't always know. You don't know where things are going to go for people. So different times we're going to want to share to different people. And then how to share, there's a couple things. Keep a notebook with the people you share with. And I like to put a date on there and what I did. We'll talk about how you can share. You can share by sharing the video. Whitney has a nice video. It's less than 10 minutes, as I recall, right around there, talking about her story and some of the advantages of Mary Kay. We also have several pics that talk about the starter kit and what that looks like. We also have just Whitney, I can never remember how many reasons to join Mary Kay. Is it 20? No. 19? I can't read. Yep. 19 reasons to join Mary Kay. I love that flyer, although it can be a lot. And I think sometimes just picking the ones that apply to them are great. And if you don't know all those reasons, I would get that sheet and look at it And then you can kind of listen to their verbiage. And normally, if you share with someone, they're going to say two things. They don't have any time and they don't have anybody that they can sell to. That would be the main two objections. And that's why after you share the video, you just ask them to do a 3-way call with Whitney or with me, depending on who your director is. And then we will kind of talk to them, find out what their concerns are, what their interest level is, and then kind of work through that and then give them a lip gloss or mascara for joining. Now, this month, or no, not this month, this weekend, we are doing a special contest where anybody who joins Mary Kay this weekend will get put into a drawing to get refunded their $30 for joining, or $30 depending on how they join. They'll get $30 back. So they could do the one that has the samples in it, and you can do the one that has the starter kit and that, but we'll give $30 back. So if they do the e-start, it would be free. But that's between now and midnight tomorrow, depending on the time zone you're in. I know Whitney put Central Time, but I'm going to midnight Mountain Time because, yeah, a lot of my people are out here. So whatever time zone you're in till midnight. So basically, we're making it as easy as we can. Now, you may not even know how the sign-up process looks. On Mary Kay in Touch under Business Tools, near the bottom, I think second from the bottom, maybe third from the bottom, it says online agreements. And you go there and then it gives several options to put in an agreement, to send an email online agreement. And then you can also check agreements that you sent out and see what the status is on there, who you've sent them out to. Currently, one of our team members has somebody who's planning on joining this. She's actually planning on joining Monday, but I'm going to talk to her about joining Sunday so that she can get in on the contest. But they can fill out that agreement, or you can fill out that agreement with them. Maybe they're at your house, and it's really easy. The questions on there are first name, last name, driver's license, social security, email, and then $30. It's really not much. Whether they have any other people in their family that are in Mary Kay, Whitney's kind of thing. Yes, you can send, an email invitation and then follow up on that with them. Absolutely. So that's how it happens. It's not hard. And then I just keep my little notebook and I have in here somebody's name and who they were with. For me, I have maybe which consultant it was, what they said. You kind of listen to their concerns and just kind of broach each one of those with, whatever Mary Kay has to offer in that area, because honest answer, all of us are busy in different reasons. All of us may be concerned about our circle of friends, and we all know how that can grow beyond our friends and family to people. Many of my customers are people I've never personally met. We are becoming friends, distance. And then, the things right now about sharing with somebody is your customers can be anybody in the US. It always could be, but so much more now. And the pockets of time are so much easier because of all the online possibilities. And those are things to really encourage, because this can be a definite side gig. Most people will not jump in as a full-time opportunity right away because they don't trust it yet. They don't know, but starting as a side gig, and then it can grow to something full-time if that's what they're looking for. Whitney, what else?
I'm so sorry I was distracted at the beginning. I was trying to look up some information on the double credit to make sure I have the right stuff to share with you guys.
Yes.
Did you share, because I was a little distracted at the beginning, did you share what the ratio is of who will say yes and who will say no?
No. And am I correct that it's 5 to 1?
1 in 5.
1 in 5. Yeah, right. So if you share with 5 people, then the numbers are that 1 will join. Now it might not be 1, 2, 3, 4 join. It might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 join. So it averages out. And the thing that Whitney has helped, she's heard somewhere else, but helps me, you're not the exception. So it's mathematical, not magical. If you share with that many people and are consistent, the averages will come back to that and you'll build your team. And, I think, but the reasons to build a team, for one thing, you get to help other ladies have this fabulous opportunity. Honest answer, may not have joined if it wasn't my daughter.
Yeah.
And so helping them to see the advantage. I mean, I was given this opportunity years ago and did not take it. And the difference of where things would be for me today are very It's not something I want to think about too long. So, yeah, so definitely don't be shy to share. They can take the information and do what they want with it. But now by the same token, everybody you ask to watch the video will not say yes. But it is something to keep in the back burner because everybody's lives are changing about every 15 minutes. So no, they're not interested today, but it might just kind of be in the back of their head. And then tomorrow they're like, well, maybe I do want to look at that. So you just don't know where people are.
The last thing I would mention, and then I'm going to do some career path recognition, but the last thing, well, I'm going to turn it over to you, but what would you say are the advantages of a phone call versus people watching the video?
It's a layer, and I didn't talk about layering, but that one-on-one conversation is fabulous. I've had people join from just a phone call many, many times. The video is just a layer of all that information coming to them in another level. And honestly, when I have a party, there's always 3 things I follow up with: sales, having a party with each guest. Sales, what would they like to purchase? Would they like to have a party? Would they listen to a share to help me out? And I usually do the video there, and people will be like, sure, I'll do it to help you out, or I'll do it for the lip gloss or mascara. But when they hear the information, they're surprised by several things. And that's what piques their interest. But having that one-on-one, voice to voice, listening to their concerns, giving your story, a real person, not, even though we know Whitney, for all they know, she's
They don't know me.
one person that did that. And so for me to tell them that Nancy's on her, I don't even know now, 10th car, it's a lot of cars.
It's a lot of cars.
That, I know these people and haven't been at a meeting. And this is why I'm so excited for live events and you ladies getting to come to some live events. But being in a meeting with maybe 100 ladies and more than 50 of them are driving free cars, it's not like that thing that happens one time. It can be anybody who's willing to do the work and to follow this opportunity.
Yeah, that's really good. Thank you for sharing all that. And you guys, sharing is not hard, but it is not magical. She mentioned that you have to make a list. You have to actually ask people. I can count on less than one hand, like 2 people in my entire career that have come to me asking to join. It is a unicorn. That means it never happens. And if it does, it's weird. You're not going to have people beating down your door. You're going to have to ask them an offer. And we're not car salesmen. We're not talking people into doing something that may not be good for them. Our job is to share, and they get to choose what they do with it. So don't get it in your head that you're going to be pushy or weird. You're not. We literally just share. If they say no, thank you, we accept that they said no, thank you. If they say, I want to hear more, then we tell them more. If they say they're ready, we help them. So you're not being pushy, you're not being aggressive, you're not taking advantage of anyone. And I know sometimes those are weird things we get in our head, and that's just like delete, delete, delete. Bad intel. That is not what we're doing. Mary Kay has blessed all of us on this Zoom chat, and we know other people who would enjoy this too. So I would say if you want to be able to help someone get in on this, you need to make a list of at least 5 people that you were going to start with, 5 that you're going to ask if they will do a phone call. Honestly, if it were me, I'd skip over that video. That is it's not that the video is bad, but a lot of people take that video and then they never want to do a follow-up. You're going to make a lot more progress with your people with a phone call, because that's where you can actually hear their questions and hear their concerns. I would say the video is it's like the option if you can't do a phone call, but it is not nearly as good as a phone call. And the phone calls are only 10 or 15 minutes. They're not long. They're not drawn out. They're not obnoxious. I ask them to think of 5 questions to ask, because that really helps the conversation to have somewhere to go. Because I don't know if you guys have ever been on a phone call where the other person doesn't have anything to say, but it's a little awkward. So what I've been doing is whenever we share with someone, I'm asking whoever we're sharing with, hey, would you think of 5 questions to ask? Mary Kay may not be for you, and that's fine, but would you just think of 5 questions to ask that if someone were considering Mary Kay, they would need to know? And people have been like, oh yeah, I can do that, because it helps you with your training as a consultant. It helps us kind of know what they would even be thinking about. Like, a lot of people want to know, well, how much time does it really take? Like, what are their quotas? They need to know these things so that they can make an educated decision. And a lot of times they'll say, okay, that was really good info. I don't think it's for me right now, or I don't think it's for me, but I know a lot more. Or they'll say, oh, this is a lot better than I thought it was. I actually need to think about it, or I think I might want to give it a try. So that's why I encourage you to do that. Now, I have scripts that I'm posting underneath on the Fearless unit. I have a chart. Now, we're trying to do 20 shares. And you guys, we got to everybody's got to do at least one for us to get to 20 shares. So be asking people. This is not about me. This is about you guys being able to grow with your team and helping other people experience this amazing opportunity. You do get a commission check when they order. That's great, but that's not why we do it. Because if that's why we do it, that's a little selfish. We're doing it because we want to help other women have amazing opportunities. Because there is no magical law about who can or cannot earn a car. Anybody can do that if they're willing to do the work. So maybe you have a friend who needs a car, or maybe you have a friend who needs $100 extra a month just to be able to have a little bit of breathing room. Whatever their goal is, we want to be able to share. So I just wanted to kind of share that. I know I kind of
Oh, no, I love it.
so
Thank you, Whitney. Thank you.
yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's do a little career path recognition. So if you can, when I call out your career path spot, if you guys can turn your cameras on for this portion, that would be really, really fun, because it's kind of fun to be able to see you. If you can't, that's okay, we get it. But I would love to know who on this call is an independent beauty consultant. They've not yet started to grow their team. Maybe you've done some shares, but you haven't gotten your first teammate yet. Who on here is an independent beauty consultant? Go ahead and wave wildly. Yes. And I don't know if Janet's able to turn her camera on, but I know Janet is also an independent beauty consultant. So yay. We're so glad you ladies are able to be on here today. And Elena's getting close to her first teammate, because we've done, I want to say 4 or 5 shares together so far. Do you remember which one? Is it 4 or 5?
I believe it's 4.
Okay.
I'm working on the other 2.
Yeah, I get that, because when she does 2 more, she earns her bracelet to match her earrings, which I'm wearing mine today. So we're working on that for sure. So congratulations, ladies. I'm so excited. There it is. Janet was able to wave. Okay, next step on our career path is a senior consultant, and that is a consultant with 1 to 2 active team members. So if we have any senior consultants on here, if you can't turn your camera on, you just do a little reaction, although I think Amanda is driving right now, so I don't know if she's able to wave, but we are really excited that she was able to be on stay last week. She was just getting back in town from a great trip, but we're happy that you're back locally. So we're excited you're here. And then the next step on our career path is team builder. They are our star recruiters, and those are people with 3 to 4 active teammates on their team. And I'm just curious, if you are close, if you're close to your computer or have an ability to type, would you put in the chat, what does it mean? This is for everybody on here. If you know what it means, what does it mean for someone to be an active consultant? Because if you don't know what that means, then it'd be very confusing as to how do you, what are the ranks in Mary Kay? What does that mean? So put in the chat, what do you think being an active consultant means? And if you're not sure, put that in there too, because I want to know what we need to kind of spend some more time talking about. But if you have 3 to 4 active teammates, you have earned a red jacket and you are a star team builder. So that is our next step. Now, right after team builder is team leader, and a team leader has 5 to 7 active team members on their team. And that's a really special position, because your commission check goes up just a little bit. The percentage gets higher whenever your teammate orders from the company sends you a commission check. So you didn't take anything from your teammate. She kept all of her profits, but you get a commission check from the company, which is really fun. And then right after team leader is elite team leader. And that is someone with 8 or more, either personal active teammates, or they have 5 personal active teammates, and one of their teammates, oh, Oakley just burst in. I didn't close the door. But they have 5 personal teammates, and one of their teammates is in a red jacket themselves, which is so fun to have people on your team in red jackets. I've gotten to do that with my mom and with Amanda. I love it. So it's really fun to have red jackets together. Now, after elite team leader, you can hang out at that position as long as you want. It's 8 or more teammates. So you could have 15 teammates and still be an elite team leader if you wanted to. But when you get 10 personal teammates, you have the option that if you wanted to, you could submit for DIQ, and DIQ stands for Director in Qualification. And that's someone who's decided that they want to be a director, which is the position that my mom holds and the position that I I'm a senior director, but that's position I held for a full year. And it is really, really great. It means that all of your teammates are part of your unit, and you get to be your very own Mary Kay unit. So we're the Fearless unit, and my mom's team is the Hope unit. So that has been amazing. So DIQ it's a qualification period. You can do it in as little as 1 month, as much as 4 months. And it is really, it's kind of it's an intense time because you're really focused on your one goal. But once it's complete, it feels really good. And once you have completed DIQ, you are a director. So do we have any directors on the Zoom chat? So would you unmute for us, Mom, and tell us what you love about your MK life?
What I love, as always, is being able to fit it in the pockets of time, before and after school for me and weekends. And then as a director, just helping, this month, I've helped a lot of my teammates have parties and to kind of get their businesses kickstarted and help them, just have a vision for what this can be, and to help change lives. So I think that would be the biggest thing this week that I have loved about my MK life.
And I think for probably everyone on here, what we love about our MK life can change week to week because there's a lot of different things. Like some weeks it's like, wow, I'm really glad this is flexible because my week has been nuts. Or wow, I love the money I can make with Mary Kay because you had some great parties. Oh, she found her squeaky toy. I'll be back. Okay. Squeaky toy has been confiscated. I thought she wasn't going to be able to come in here, so I didn't think to put it up high. But the next position on our career path after director is senior director, and I am a senior director because my mom was on my personal team and she became a director. So it has been really fun. I think one of my favorite things about my MK life has been the flexibility. This week has been a little off the rails. I've had a lot of unexpected things fill into my schedule this week, but important things. And not all of them were Mary Kay things. And I think it's really important that I am able to be there for people that need a friend or need some extra support, because that was something that when I was a teacher, my time was very limited to when I was not teaching. So something I'm loving is that I feel like I can be there for friends that need a little extra support right then, or family, or whoever it is, and have that flexibility in my time to still be able to make money for my family, but also be able to be a support to those that need it. So that's what I'm loving about my MK life this week. Okay, so I'm going to shift gears. And I'm going to do a couple of announcements for the Fearless unit, and then my mom's going to do some announcements for the Hope unit. Okay, Fearless unit, we are doing a great job this month. Last I checked, I have not checked it this morning, but we were at 37 for production, which is amazing. We're about 1,800 away from our production goal for the whole month. I know several of you are planning to order a little bit more. Every order helps, small or large, but we're about 1,800 wholesale away. And when we hit our goal, I'll probably do some sort of giveaway. I often do that. So I'm really excited. So let's just keep going. And honestly, I never want people to order just to order. So you already know, but let me just remind you, sell. That's why we order. We order because we sold things. So I want to encourage you to make sure you're getting those sales. And if you haven't had a sale in a while, I would challenge you to think through, why is that? Do you need to maybe reach out to people again? Have you gotten away from that? Have you not had a party in a while? Have you not checked in with your current customers to make sure that they're all set with their products? People run out of products, or they're like, oh, wow, I love having this. I want to add this into my skincare routine, So check in with your current customers, be working towards parties, be working towards getting those sales. So that's where we are with that. And then our other goal as a unit is a unit growth goal. And we wanted to add 5 new this month. So far we have 1, and that is Nikki Harris. We're so excited that she's part of our unit. But we are looking to add 4 more. So we're doing a 20 shares contest, and anybody that joins this weekend, they're going to be entered to win a free e-start at $30 back. And it'll be $30 back. So if they order more, like my mom said, they'll still get $30, but that's what they're going to be entered for. So if we do 20 shares, statistically, we're going to be at least close to 4 new people in our unit, if not right at it. So I just want to make sure you guys knew about that, because it's kind of a big thing. Okay, so make sure you're sharing. This is not really about anything except for you really being faithful to the work. This is really part of what we do in Mary Kay. We sell, we share, and then we repeat. Okay, so make sure that you're being faithful to that because there's a lot of women who really need this. And those are the biggest. One more announcement. Block out your calendars next month for October 15th and 16th. We have a beach retreat that is going to be a virtual event. They had to pare down numbers because they're just trying to keep it really safe, socially distanced as much as possible. But what they're going to do for anyone that cannot come in person is they're going to offer a virtual event. You guys, this is going to be a game changer. It's going to be with nationals, their #1 Mary Kay director in the whole country. Her name is Callie. She's one of my friends. She's an incredible speaker. She will inspire you past what you can even imagine. She's like been $1 million director over and over and over. Like I think this was her 4th year. So she will inspire you. So block out those dates on the calendar, okay? Our calendars fill for us if we do not fill them. So you be in charge of your calendar. Make sure you're making time for this. It's going to be so good. And that's October 15th and 16th. And I just wanted to let you guys know about that. Okay. And now I'm going to turn it over to my mom for some Hope Unit announcements.
Okay, Hope Unit. Okay, we have a couple of challenges going on. We're working on the 30 new faces. And I know that Anna has so far done her 15 faces. Oh, I moved my office around. I'm looking at the wrong wall now. So she did her perfect start by doing 15 faces by the 15th. I am also working on a power start, and she is too, to do 30 new faces and a couple of others. We've talked about it. And then I wanted to talk to everybody and let you know what a Power Start Plus is. And that is doing 30 faces in the course of the month and doing 6 shares. So I think Anna is on track to let that happen too. She's not feeling well this morning, so hopefully she'll be feeling better again tomorrow. She's been knocking out those parties. Several of you have. We also have a 20 party challenge. I updated it this morning. And ladies, we are at 14 parties that are already completed. So only 6 more parties. And I know there's a couple of you having parties already. So we are getting close on that. As far as our just unit goal, we're 4,200 away from our monthly goal as the Hope Unit for being a strong unit. But then in our first year as a unit, there are quarterly goals, and we're a little bit away from there. We had kind of a rough start our first month, so we're making up a little bit in our quarter. So we are 6,700 away from being a Start Strong goal, and it also includes having 6 Great Start qualified. So it's 15,000 total. So we've done over 8, and now we have just a little over 6, between 6 and 7 to go. And then on the 6 Great Start qualified, we already have 3. So we only have 3 to go. And I know several of you are working on becoming Great Start qualified. And if we get a new consultant who becomes Great Start qualified, they could count in there. So there's several ways it can happen. That's a big, big deal. My goal, there's 4 of these challenges in the course of the year, course quarterly. And my goal is to hit all 4 of them. So we're going to have to work a little bit harder, have a few more parties, as Whitney said, sell to order. Don't just order to order unless you need stuff, unless you're stocking up for a holiday party or something. That's all good. And I know a couple people are having live parties, and I am proud of you for doing that with some of the fall and holiday products. So you may want to have some more stuff on hand for that. And then also Malibu. So Callie Brigham, she talked about, that's who Whitney was talking about being at this October 15th, 16th. She talked about Mind the Gap. It's just something in England where there's like little gaps in the, so just looking at Mind the Gap, we're about 12,000 away from Malibu. And that sounds like, oh, that's impossible. But I've done the numbers, and just looking at different consultants and what they normally order or what you're doing, it could happen. It really could. So I have not given up on that little dream there. So we will keep working on it and doing what we can do. Don't fall down, Whitney. I don't know what happened over there, but yeah. Oh, that's dropped her phone. So that is our main things. And then Whitney, Monday night, we don't have that in the list anywhere here, but we have an additional event on Monday night, and I would rather you talk about it, but I just thought it's not on our list. So anyway, that's it, ladies. I believe in you. You are all working hard. And as Whitney said, every order helps, but I am seeing our unit grow in strength, and I love it. And I'm encouraging each of my ladies to ask 5 different people this weekend for a share. Ask 5 people. If all of you ask 5 people, oh, we'll have our 5 new. So we do want 5 new in our unit also. So we're at 0. So we're having a little of a slow start on that, but it could definitely happen. So if everybody just tries to contact 5 people for a share, I really feel like this could be a thing that happens. So, all right, ladies, next up.
Okay. So our next thing, she's right. I didn't put it on the list. I needed to. So Monday, we have been invited to join the Dream Believers, and that is our parent unit, Nancy's Dream Believers. They are going to do a special Zoom chat. They do a Zoom chat every Monday at 6 p.m. and we've kind of moved ours to Saturdays, but on Monday at 6 p.m. So this is before Glam. This is not instead of the Glam group. This is in addition. She is going to do a special training on Christmas prep. Getting your strategy in place to have a really strong selling season this Christmas. Christmas can be one of the best selling seasons of your whole year, but it is not magic. It is a plan. So if you would like to sell really well this Christmas, I strongly encourage you to make it a priority to be on that Zoom meeting at 6 p.m. It'll go from about 6 to 7. We'll have about a 5-10 minute gap, and then we'll do the Glam group. Okay, so I know it's going to be a busy one on Monday, but we rarely do anything this much on a Monday. So you can do it for like one Monday. I think you will be doing yourself a disservice not to come on Monday. It's your business. You get to choose what you prioritize, but just as a director, I'm just going to tell you it is a good decision to plan to be there on Monday. Nancy's really good at this. She's been doing Mary Kay for 26 years. So she's a top-notch director, you guys. You want to be under her teaching. You want to learn from her. Some of you, especially ones that might watch the recording later, and I know, Lainey, you've never really gotten to hear Nancy train. She's so good. So you definitely want to be on there. It's going to be super helpful. It's going to give you ideas. It's going to give you motivation. It's going to give you a plan. And once we have a plan, a lot of times we're a lot more effective with what we're doing. So I cannot encourage you enough to be on Monday, and I'll make sure I share the link, but it's going to be really good. Okay, so real quick, let me go over how many of you have seen, you know what, I'm going to rewind a little bit. I didn't see anybody put in the chat what it means to have a qualified teammate, and I just remembered that. Okay, a qualified teammate. Nope. An active teammate, that's what I asked you guys about, not qualified. An active teammate is somebody who has ordered a minimum of $225 and is actively getting her discount right then. And remember, the discount lasts for 3 months at a time. Anytime you order $225 in a month, in the course of a month, it bumps that up to month 1. So it's a teammate who has done $225 and is in her current active period. So that's what that means. And I wanted to make sure I clarified that because I realized no one put it in the comments. So I want to make sure you guys knew what that meant, so you're like, understand how this all works. Okay, real quick, let me go over some September contests from the company. So I know a couple of you have seen, maybe all of you have seen the graphics we've been putting in the Fearless unit and the Hope unit about some of the company contests, but right now our wholesale orders are counting double towards year-end goals for the company. Now, you may not have a year-end goal. I would encourage you to set one, okay? Because you will go much farther if you have a goal than if you are just whatever happens, happens. You can get things done that way, but you will get more done if you have a plan. And sometimes people are like nervous to set a goal because they might miss it. That's okay. Nothing happens to you, Mary Kay, if you miss your goal. You just get to start over. It's really kind of great. It's one of the best places to go for it, miss, and still be okay. We're a very soft place to land if you miss the goal. So I would encourage you to have a year-long goal, and then we break that down and work it backwards month to month. But every wholesale $1 you order this month counts double. So if you have a year-long goal, it's going to count for the company as double. And we have things called Princess Court and Queen's Court of Sales. The Princess Court of Sales is 10,000 wholesale in a year, and the Queen's Court of Sales is 20,000 wholesale in a year. So this month, if you were to order, let's see, you do up to 4,000 wholesale this month to have it count twice. After 4,000, it'll just go back to counting once, but 4,000 wholesale can count twice this month, which is kind of amazing. Let's see. The seminar credit of up to 4,000 can be in addition to the monthly estimated retail maximum. Okay, So you can do that plus what you would normally do in a month. Like you can really go for it, and you can get a ton of bonus credit this month, you guys. This is a big deal. So if you are wanting to shoot big towards the company goals for the whole year, I'd really encourage you to work hard to sell the rest of this month, okay? It's a big thing. And then the other really cool thing is not only is the company doing double credit towards sales, they're also giving you double credit towards team building. That's a huge thing, okay? So with that is with a Great Start qualified personal teammate. Now, an active teammate is someone who has done 225 or more. They're actively getting their discount. Great Start qualified is once they've done their 600. Lainey is like less than $60 away from being Great Start qualified because that's 600 cumulatively that she's done wholesale. I think everyone else on here has done their Great Start qualification in the past. Now you have 4 months to get that qualification settled, but every time you hit 600 wholesale, you get a bonus bundle of product from the company that you get to choose. It is incredible. And when you personally recruit someone and they become Great Start qualified, you both get a bonus bundle. It is so cool. It is a win-win. It is amazing. So I would really encourage you, especially if you're newer in Mary Kay, go for it. Be sharing, tell your friends. And this month there's a very special credit that Mary Kay is giving to those that are ordering. So if you are brand new and you place your order this month, now this one, it has to be you place your order within September, the full amount for the big picture goals for the company, you have 4 months. But for this specific one, this one only works in September, okay? Just so you know, it's like a separate thing. But if you recruited someone and they decided to do in their very first order 600 or more, and they have to place that order in September all at once, if they do that, they will get a $50 credit from the company back, which is super cool. I've never seen the, let me close my door. Sorry. She knows when I'm on a meeting. But I've never seen the company give money back to consultants like this. It is crazy. And I want to confirm, I will circle back to it while my mom is doing recognition in just a second. But I believe they're also doing a credit if you do a smaller order, a smaller amount of credit. But I'm going to look that up. So I just wanted you guys to know that this is a big month to really be going for things, okay? So I'm going to turn it over to my mom, and she's going to do some recognition for sales and shares from this past week.
Okay, and ladies, I know today is the 25th of September, but 5 days in Mary Kay time is forever. So much can happen and change. Well, actually 6 days if we count today. So, and it's only 8:30, 8:45 here in Arizona, so we have all day left. So just want to encourage you. You know, sometimes it's like, oh, I'm not getting anybody new on my team, and then I'm like, wait, how many people have I actually shared with this week? I'm not getting any sales. Oh, wait, I haven't talked to anybody this week about it, or I don't have any parties in the books. Well, who have I asked to book lately? So the unicorns are when they come to you. Yes, I often get a text for a reorder. Sometimes I get a text for a friend of a friend who wants to order, whose consultant is no longer with Mary Kay or whatever. But normally we need to be proactive. So get proactive, get it going. It's Saturday. So, you know, just say, okay, family, I am going to go lock myself in the bedroom for 1 hour and work Mary Kay. And then you can feel the benefits from it all weekend and all the next 5 or 6 days. It really can, some focused effort, and then you can really feel the effort. Okay. All right. Recognition. Who this past week, by the way, I need to talk to my daughter about making the font larger on our agenda, because mama here can barely read without her glasses. So, okay. Anyway, Whitney's like, okay, mom. All right. Who opened your store for business this week with any sale, large or small? If you opened your business for sale, wave wildly. If your camera's off, put a little hand up there waving, or put your camera back on and show us what you have. Okay, Amanda, yay. All right, Whitney, me a little bit. Yes, good. Okay, if you were, oh, yep, Delana too. Am I saying it right, Delana? Yes, okay, beautiful. All right. If you had a grand day this week, if you had sold $100 worth of product in one day, wave wildly. Yes, Whitney did. I know, I remember seeing it on your page. I know sometimes it's like before Saturday meeting, you kind of need to look at your numbers and add things up so you kind of know what's going on. Okay, super. Okay, in between September 18th and 24th, if you sold 300 or more, wave wildly. I know I have some ladies who sold quite a bit this last week, but they're not able to be on this morning. But you can put in the comments after you watch the, you can just tell us in the comments how you did this week after you watch the recording. Okay, good. Oh, Jenna did. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. And we're working on this next week. I bet we'll have a ton. For whatever reason, majority of our sales happen the last week of the month. We all just like get going. So we'll be excited to see what we have next Saturday on here. And then who is planning on being powered by Pink, which means you are going to order 600 this month. That's how you get the jewelry. I think this is for Powered for Pink, or it could be for different. I can't remember. Mary Kay gives us a lot of jewelry. Anyway, these are for Mary Kay, but I am planning on it, and Whitney's planning on it, I think. Yes, fabulous. So if you order 600 or more in a month, and that's kind of why we have that 300. Oh, Whitney's already there. She's already a Powered by Pink Achiever. Fabulous. I know Anna is very, very close in my unit too. And then I'm planning on doing it. And a couple other ladies were working on it. So I'm going to kind of contact them today and see how things are coming. Okay. Then who shared the opportunity this past week? Raise your hand if you shared the opportunity this past week. Oh, Nikki and Megan have. Wow. Way to go, Fearless Unit. Hope Unit. We got to catch up here. Can't have my daughter beat me out. All right. So beautiful. Okay. Janet shared the opportunity this past week. Fabulous. And I know I have a consultant who did, I think we're going to be signing somebody up here in the next couple days. So that is fabulous. Very good. Okay. Did anybody share with 3 people this past week? Anna may have also shared. I'm not sure. But did anybody share with 3 people this past week? Okay. When you sell 300 in a week, or you do 3 shares in 1 week, you are queen of sales or queen of sharing. So, and that's fabulous. So we can have a couple of queens. Anybody who does 300 or more is a queen. Anybody who does 3 shares or more is a queen of sales or sharing. So I love that. And, you know, it's fun to be a queen, even though we're grown up ladies. That's kind of fun to get to be the queen for a day. All right, ladies, I'm excited about this next week, and I'm excited about Monday night. I don't know if you saw that cute little video that Nancy put up there with the elves, but it was cracking me up. I was in the middle of a break at school when I saw it, and I was trying not to have a complete laughing breakdown. But anyway, fabulous. Okay, that's all that I have. Whitney, anything else?
I did want to go back because I said you guys I would look it up. So fun fact, with the product credit for new teammates, that actually goes through the end of October. So I was wrong, and that is good. That's good news for all of us. That product credit for new teammates goes through October. So I'm going to read it off real quick so you guys can hear it. And all of this information is on Mary Kay In Touch. So if you're like me and you're really visual, I would strongly encourage you to go on Mary Kay In Touch and look it up for yourself so you can kind of internalize it. But what's up?
And under what section of Mary Kay In Touch? Where would you go after you get there?
It's actually a main heading. You know how there's like that big banner at the top, so it's there. But then also, if you wanted to kind of deep dive, if you can't find that, it would be contest promotions, contests, initial order credit promotion. So that's where you find that. Okay, so down here, new independent beauty consultants whose agreements are received and accepted by the company September 1st through 30th, 2021. So they do, with the agreement has to come in September. The order can go in September or October, but the agreement has to go in September, can take advantage of the initial order credit promotion on their single initial order in September or October. Here's how. If they place a 600 or more wholesale Section 1 order, and they will receive a $50 wholesale payment credit on the order. So it saves them $50. If they place a 225 to 599 wholesale Section 1 order, so anywhere between those two, they will receive a $25 wholesale payment credit on the order. Okay, so that's really nice, because really, as long as they order at all within the first 2 months and they do at least a 225, they're going to get some credit back, which is I've never seen the company do that before. So I thought that was really cool and like a nice thing to share with people. If you have someone who's kind of thinking about it or you think should be thinking about it, this is a great thing to pass on. They could be getting a free e-start and a credit on their first order. Win, win, win. So a lot of fabulous things. Okay, I think that is the last thing I had on my list. So Janet, I am going to ask you to unmute, but Janet, would you be willing to close us in prayer? I know we had talked about that. So let's see if we can get your microphone unmuted, then we should be able to go. I don't know if it's working for you. Hey, Janet, are you able to unmute so you can close us in a word of prayer? I would love to have you do that. I know we talked about it last night a little bit.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Did you want me to pray now?
Yes, that would be fantastic. You can close
Can
us
you
in a
hear
word
me?
of prayer.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay. Dear Lord, we thank you so much for this beautiful day. We thank you for the women and girls that could participate. And I just thank you for their work, for all their hard work. And thank you for all that you've done for us, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Thank you,
Mhm.
Janet. I'm so glad you're able
I
to be
guess-
on this morning. Thank you for being on, Delana, Amanda, Mom. It's so good to be able to kind of see you guys. I know Saturdays are crazy, so I really appreciate you ladies making this a priority and making it happen. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.
All right. Have a great week, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.